Hey everybody, thanks for joining in. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I just want to do a quick game review of today's game between the Jets and the Houston Texans at MetLife Stadium. Today, the Jets are going to host the Texans, who are 7-5. They're in third place in their division right now. They're actually tied with the Colts at 7-5, and they're one game behind Jacksonville. So the Texans are right in the thick of things. They're probably gonna be a playoff team. I'm guessing at the very minimum they're gonna end up with a wild card spot. They're just playing good ball right now. C.J. Stroud is playing like he's going to be at this pace. He's going to end up being the offensive rookie of the year. I just jotted some stats down. I want to go over the Texans stats, the Jets stats, and then I'll give kind of my prediction for what the game's going to look like, the end of the game score and whatnot. So. Right now, at this point, C.J. Stroud has played 12 games. He's completed 265 of his 418 attempts. That gives him a 63.4 percentage completion. He's got 3,540 yards, and he averages about 295 yards per game. And he's got 20 touchdowns compared to 5 interceptions. So you can see he's playing at a high level. He's a second-round draft pick, and it's just amazing what this guy's doing. Like I said, he's going toward the Rookie of the Year this year. I don't see how not, unless he has a complete meltdown. I don't see that coming. Now, the Texans, according to the Pro Football Focus, which I kind of watch and read what they say all the time, the Texans have actually moved up into the 10th spot in the NFL Power Rankings. Whereas the Jets now have dropped 3 spots. They're the 24th in the Power Rankings. So, obviously, you can see the difference between the two teams. The Texans are on a team on the rise. Jets are just a team that every time you turn around, they're just falling further down. So let's compare defenses right now. Just to give you an idea what we're looking at here. The Texans defense allows 20.8 points per game. The Jets defense allows 20.9 points per game. No big difference there. The Texans are allowing 97 rush yards per game, whereas the Jets are allowing 186 rush yards per game. Okay, so a big difference there. The Texans are allowing 245 pass yards, whereas the Jets are allowing only 176.6 pass yards per game. So the Jets are better at pass defense. Texans are better at rush defense, because the Jets' run defense lately has been terrible. I mean, guys are just gouging yards up the middle. So it's not a good sign today, being that it's going to be a rainy, crappy, windy day at MetLife Stadium. This is going to come down. This is going to be an ugly game. I can guarantee that. It's going to come down to rushing. I don't think there's going to be many passing yards going on just because of the way the weather is going to be. But you never know. But I think this game is going to come down to running, the run game for either team. Who's going to have a better run game, control of the ball, control of the game? That's who's going to end up pulling this game out, in my opinion anyways. Now, the offenses are not similar really in any way. The Jets just are not scoring points. I think they're scoring like 9 or 10 average points per game, somewhere in that area, whereas the Texans are averaging 20-something points per game. I don't think this game fares very well for the Jets, just because of the offense has shown us absolutely nothing. If you just look at those statistics, we all want to think the Jets defense is much better, and the Jets defense overall ranking is they actually are ranked 9th in the league, the top 10 defense, whereas the Texans defense is ranked 19th in the league. So on paper, you want to think, well, the Jets defense is way better, but really, statistically wise, they're not much better. They're better at the pass game, defending the pass, whereas the Texans are better at they both allow the same amount of points. They both allow almost the same amount of yards. The Texans are allowing 342 yards total per game, whereas the Jets are allowing 313 yards per game. Little difference there, but not significantly, not very much. So I don't think the Jets defense is very much better than the Texans defense. I just don't think they are. Unfortunately, I wish I could say they are, but it doesn't look like it. On statistically wise, they're really not. So what's going to kill them today is the offense. They can't score points. They just can't get in the end zone. They can't score points. And field goals may end up even being a thing today, whereas the Jets can move the ball sometimes. but they can't get into the end zone. A couple of touchdowns by the Texans, and this game could be over. 14 points. If they get 14 points, I don't even know if the Jets can score 14. Maybe. So, and one other thing I want to mention too is that this is kind of like Zach Wilson's 5-game audition for next year, because he's not going to be a Jet next year. We all know that. We all can see that coming. So I think what's going to happen here is if they want to pull the reins off him and let him play ball, maybe he can move the ball, maybe he can score some points, maybe he can do something, maybe he can't. I don't know. We won't know until we see. But what's going to tell me something, I'm going to watch this game pretty closely and hope everybody else does too, is that I want to see if it's opened up a little bit. I want to see if they're going to continue to go 3rd down and 1. Let's run everybody up the middle. No idea of passing, no threat, no creative play, no nothing. That's going to tell me if they're just going to call the same plays and he's just going to do the same thing with the same outcome. If it's 3rd down and 10 and he throws another ball to the sideline for a 1-yard catch and you expect the tight end to run 10 yards to get the 1st down, if that's going to be the play call, I tell you right now, I don't think that they're going to let him succeed if these are going to be the calls. If he's going to call and let him just go, let him throw, let him run, let him do what he can, what's the difference at this point? That'll tell me that at least they're giving him a chance to audition for another team, see what he can do, because I think also the last thing they just want to do, and I don't want to sound like they want him to fail, because I don't believe that for 1 second. Robert Saleh likes the kid. I think that the team likes him. But the last thing the Jets want to see is Zach Wilson go win 5. This is hypothetical talking, me just rambling on. But the last thing they want to see, believe me, is Zach Wilson win 5 games in a row. Because now at the end of the year, now they're going to go, what do we do? He balled out for 5 games. Can we get rid of him? Can we trade him or cut him or give him to another team when we actually let him play and he played great, played well? I think they don't want that to happen. I'm just saying I don't believe they want him to fail. But boy, that would put them in quite a dilemma if he just happens to just like do his thing and play ball like he did in BYU. This is NFL; it's much different. I get that, but we'll see if they take the reins off him and let him play. I don't know, but we'll be able to tell on certain plays and watch it closely, and you'll be able to see on certain plays if it's the same calls, the same plays, the same inexplainable play calling during the game. You're going to go, okay, nothing's changed. It is what it is. So my prediction of the game, I don't think the Jets can win this ball game. I hate to say that because I want them to win. I would love to see the Jets 17-0 every single year. That's not going to happen. But today, I don't think they can win this game. The Texans have too much at stake. They're right behind Jacksonville. C.J. Stroud is just playing at rookie of the year level. I don't think that's going to stop. This game is going to come down to the run game. Possibly some turnovers may change it either way. I just don't think the Jets are going to be able to outscore them. I think it's going to end up somewhere along the lines of maybe Texans 24-13, 20-10, somewhere in that area. But unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. But I don't think the Jets can pull this game out today. I think they're going to drop to 4-9 and pretty much ending their season, which I think we all know is pretty much over anyways. It's over already. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a great deal. I appreciate all the comments I have been getting lately. It's great to hear what everybody else thinks, and just keep them coming, and I'll respond to anything anybody says, whether I think I'm right, you're right, whatever. I still respond, and I appreciate the comments. So everybody have a great day. Enjoy the game, and we will talk afterwards. Bye now.